All right, we are back again for second grade math. We are now on lesson 4, which is reading and drawing bar graphs and picture graphs. So I'm going to take you through what we've been doing in class. So up here is our prompt that says that Rachel asks her friends, "What is your favorite instrument?" Then she makes the bar graph below. So first thing we need to do, we take a look at our bar graph. We see that it has a title, favorite instruments. I see that there are labels underneath, that those instruments are trumpet, piano, guitar, and drums. And I have a scale going up the side here that tells me each one of these numbers refers to a number of friends. All right, so I come over here to my question and it asks me how many friends choose piano. So we can go about this two ways to solve this. I can come find piano in my bar graph. I can go all the way up to the top and to the left and see that that number is at 6. Or as I go up, I can count the lines. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Either way, I come up with the same answer of 6. On number 10 here, it says, how many friends choose drums? Same thing, I can go up to the top and go all the way over and see that it's 4, or count the lines as I go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both answers are 4. So number 11 says, how many more friends choose piano than drums? So what we're going to do is we're going to circle the word more. Okay? And we are comparing friends that chose piano and friends that chose drums. So the way that I go about this to teach the kids, usually we have how many more, and then as you see down here, we have how many fewer we'll also see. So if I look at fewer, that starts with an F, and more, that starts with an M, F is the taller one, and M is the smaller one. So when it asks for how many more, I'm going to look for the shorter of the two. So here I'm looking at piano and drums. I see that drums is the smaller one. Okay, so since that's more, I want to know how many more. I'm going to come here with drums, since I found my shorter one, come over here to piano, and mark where that would be. To figure out how many more, it is how many spaces are after my line, okay? And I can just count those as 1, 2. So 2 more friends chose piano than drums. Now here it says how many fewer friends chose trumpet than guitar. So again, fewer, it's my taller letter out of the two, so I'm going to look for the taller tower this time. So I look again here, I'm looking at trumpet and guitar. I see that guitar is the tallest because it's asked fewer. I need to go for the taller one. So I'm going to come over here to trumpet, place my line where my guitar would be, and all these empty spaces here, those are my fewer. So I'm going to count those 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 fewer friends chose trumpet than guitar. 13 there says, how many friends does Rachel ask? So when we get a question like this, we need to add the totals of all of these together. So I see that 2 chose trumpets, 6 said piano, 7 chose guitar, and 4 chose trumpet. Okay, so here I got to add all these numbers together. Okay, I'm going to look for my friends at 10 first, which is 6 and 4, that's 10. I got to add 7 to 10, that's 17. Count on 2 more, 17, 18, 19. So she asked a total of 19 friends. Okay? We do basically the same thing when we're dealing with a picture graph, except for I don't have this scale over here on the side, and I'm going to have to count all of my things. So first one here, how many friends chose dogs? So go here, dogs. I count the pictures of the dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Label that with 6. How many friends chose cats? Take a look at my cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and label that as 5. All right, so down here it says complete the equation to show how many friends chose dogs or cats. So I'm comparing dogs and cats, and I'm going to circle the word in between them, or. Whenever I hear the or I hear and in a sentence like this, we are going to add those numbers together. So we already found out that there were 6 dogs and 5 cats. So I add those together. Again, I can use my strategies. I see this as a doubles plus 1. Pull the 5 out of the 6 for 10. There's 1 left. 10 plus 1 is 11. All right. So here we have that how many more friends chose cats than horses. Again, if I look at fewer and more, More is my shorter letter, so I'm looking for the shorter of the two. So I've got cats, and I have horses. Horses is my shorter since I'm looking for more. I come over to my cats, draw my line to mark that. How many more is how many are after the line, and I have one after the line. So there's one more cat than horses. And then number 5 here, it says how many fewer friends choose ducks than dogs. Fewer is my tall letter, so I'm looking for my tall tower. So I look at ducks and dogs, okay? And dogs are taller. So I'm going to come here, go to my ducks, and draw, okay, where that would be with ducks. And then I'm going to count the empty spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 fewer friends chose ducks than dogs. Okay, and the same thing when we got how many with an or, you just add those two numbers together. When we go to draw a bar graph or a picture graph, I take the data that I'm giving and I have to give my chart a title and I have to give it labels. So I see here that my data here is favorite colors, so I'm going to say favorite colors as my title. Okay, I see that I have blue, so I'm just going to put a B for blue in this case, P for purple, G for green, and R for red. So the way I do this, I see that blue is 5. So I'm going to come up here and count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and draw a line. Okay, then I'm going to go across the top and draw a line down. Purple has 6. I can also just count up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come over and back down. Green is 3. 1, 2, 3. Over and down. And red is 2. 1, 2. Over and down. Okay? And then I don't have to go through and shade these or number those, and that is all I would need there to draw a bar graph. To draw a picture graph, I'm going to do the same thing, give it that title of favorite colors. Again, give my labels of blue, purple, green, red. But instead of drawing towers, I'm going to draw circles as my picture. So for blue, there was 5, so I need to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Purple, 6. Now I need to make sure I'm lining everything up with partners. So I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 green. Again, make sure everybody has a partner. Now we're going across, straight across. And red is 2, 1, and 2. Okay, so that is how I would draw my picture graph. All right, and that is about all we're going to be doing with lesson 4. And then we will also have a study guide coming on home later this week.